Good afternoon, Scouts and Scouters. Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today to recognize and honor Vincent Chera and Paulo Harris, Scouts from Troop 282 who have attained Scouting's highest rank of Eagle Scout. My name is Jonathan Nickel, and as a representative of the Heart of America Council and the Boy Scouts of America, and as a unit leader and committee chair of Troop 282, I declare this Eagle Court of Honor to be officially convened. As we begin, I would like to recognize some of our Troop 282 leaders. As your name is called, please stand and be recognized. Charter Organization Representative David Anderson, Troop 282 Scoutmaster Richard Chera, Troop 282 Senior Patrol Leader Will Brush, and he's in absentia, he's not here today, Michael Wegner, Troop 282 Eagle Coordinator, and Troop 282 Eagle Court of Honor Coordinator Christy Green. Welcome all of you and thank you for being here. Today's honorees represent over 15 years of Scouting. These fine young men represent the best of us and continue a long tradition of Troop 282 Scouts becoming Eagles. I will now call forward our honored Eagle Scout candidates with their escorts. Eagle candidates, as I announce your name, please come forward with your parents. Our first Eagle Scout candidate is Vincent Chera, escorted by his parents, Richard and Stephanie Chera. Vincent Julius Chera started his Scouting journey in 2013 as a member of PAC 3381 under the leadership of Joe Watts. Vincent, along with 13 of his friends, crossed over into Troop 282 in the fall of 2017. Much like his father did, he peaked during his first Pinewood Derby race with a third-place finish. He never saw the podium again. However, unlike his father, he continued on in Scouts to achieve the Arrow of Light and the increasingly rare rank of Eagle Scout. Vincent loved camps, from week-long day camps to Baron Weeblo's camp at Nash, and finally 2 sessions at Bartle. He loved getting away and being with his friends. When COVID interrupted his official Scouting camps, Vincent still enjoyed camping with his buddies at what is now an annual trip on the Current River, as well as his time at the Dirty 30. Even before crossing over into 282, Vincent spent a week at the Boundary Waters with his dad, brother, and friends. Vincent earned the National Outdoor Awards Badge for camping and completed 33 camping nights. Vincent earned 27 merit badges on his path to Eagle Scout. For his Eagle Scout project, Vincent chose to help the food pantry at Leawood Presbyterian Church, the charter organization for his Cub Scout pack. Vincent built much-needed shelving for the food pantry to store donations so they could help more families. Vincent is a sophomore at Shawnee Mission East and plays baseball. He loves sports and hanging out with his buddies, most of whom are Eagle Scouts in Troop 282. Vincent is the 9th Scout from his crossover class so far to achieve the rank of Eagle. Vincent intends to stay involved in the troop as his youngest brother Dominic will be crossing over into 282 this week and will continue to help with rank advancement and trail to first. Our next Eagle Scout is Paulo Harris, escorted by his parents Todd and Nicole Harris. Paulo David Mario Harris started his Scouting experience as a Cub Scout in PAC 3381 in 2016 under Cubmaster Richard Chera. In May of 2017, a certain troop den chief, Ian Clark, provided the spark that Paulo needed to launch him into Scouting when Paulo carried the American flag during his Eagle Scout Court of Honor. On that day, Paulo said, "I'm going to be an Eagle Scout." Paulo attended Weeblo's camp at Camp Nash twice, achieved the Arrow of Light, and crossed over to Troop 282 in November 2018. Paulo progressed quickly in his first year and a half of Scouting, including his first summer at Camp Bartle. Then, in the spring of 2020, the COVID pandemic hit. Paulo and his troop had to adapt to a new normal by completing merit badges and rank requirements in the most unusual way, virtually. By the fall of 2021, things were returning to normal. Paulo had attended another session at Camp Bartle, completed 27 merit badges, and achieved his life rank. Paolo began working on his Eagle Scout Leadership Service project in the fall of 2021. Paolo researched, designed, built, and eventually installed 4 native bee habitats with informational signs along the walking trail at the City of Leawood Ironwoods Park in April 2022. Paolo attends Blue Valley North High School as a freshman. He plays for the Mustang football team, takes honors classes, plays the cello, is learning French, and plans to play tennis in the spring. Outside of school, Paolo is interested in weightlifting, building PCs, and playing tennis. Paolo's first job was as a certified lifeguard at the Leawood Aquatic Center this past summer. Paolo continues to serve his community through the Matthew Ministries for Special Needs Adults at the Church of the Resurrection, where he is a member. I now ask our Senior Patrol Leader, Will Brush, to introduce the Color Guard.
Please allow me to introduce our Color Guard, Tony and Dominic Chera. Everyone, please rise for the presentation of the colors. Color Guard, attention. Color Guard, advance. Color Guard, post the colors. Scout salute. Please join me in reciting our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Color Guard dismissed. Scouts and Scouters, please remain standing. The rest of you may be seated. Scouts, please raise the Scout sign and with me recite our Scout oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty, to guide my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. And now the Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2. You may be seated. Chaplain's aide Teddy Imhoff, please come forward and lead us in prayer.
Prepare for grace. God, we thank you for the opportunity to come together as family, friends, leaders, and fellow Scouts on this significant day in the life of Paolo and Vincent. Today is a celebration of a journey full of challenges, friendships, struggles. Today we think of all the merit badges earned along the way, the oaths committed to, the character these young men developed, and the service to our community these 4 worked so hard to bring about. Today we celebrate their faith, commitment, and hard work. So we ask for your blessing on Paolo and Vincent, their families who supported and encouraged them, and their fellow Scouts who helped them along the way. Bless the Scout leaders, Troop 282, and all those here who are physically or in spirit. Continue to walk with these Scouts as they take their next steps in becoming the Scouts and the people you desire them to be. Amen.
As Troop 282 Committee Chair, I extend my welcome to all of you present today. Thank you for being here and sharing yourselves with us to be a part of this special ceremony. As an Eagle Scout, I have a special appreciation for what the ceremony today means for the candidates and to their families for many years to come. I also recognize that there are other Eagle Scouts in attendance today, and I ask that you all stand to be recognized. I would like to take the opportunity to welcome you and ask that you introduce yourselves by telling us your name and the troop, city, and year where you earned the rank of Eagle. I'll just go first. 1995, Troop 80, Overland Park, Kansas. Sir? Thank you. Charter Organization Representative Anderson and Scoutmaster Chera, will you please come to the podium for the Eagle Candle Ceremony, and will the Eagle candidates prepare the fire?
This is the story of the Eagle Trail, the trail that you have worked hard to reach and now have successfully accomplished. We remember well when you first started the hike on this trail. There were many others with you at that time, but their determination and perseverance was not as strong as yours. But you took on the promise of the Scout Oath as you pledged on your honor to do your best, and so became a Scout. We also remember watching as you took your first few steps on the steep trail that leads upwards. You began to build yourself physically, mentally, and morally. At first, your fellow scouts called you tenderfoot, and they were right. You indeed were a tenderfoot.
Some scouts stopped after the first few steps and never proceed further. Others, like yourself, continued up the trail. You began to actively go on campouts and to learn scouting skills. You became a second-class scout. Then, as you studied more and began to master certain skills, you reached the first ledge on the trail and earned the rank of first class.
First class rank is not the end of the trail, as so many scouts often think, but instead, it is a solid foundation on which to continue. It is at this point on the trail that you begin to use your skills you receive from scouting to lead other scouts, leadership positions in the troop, and service hours to the community. In addition to merit badges are required to obtain the next level. You successfully stayed on the path and obtained the rank of Star Scout. Now, the trail was steeper. The path was much less worn. Fewer scouts seemed to be headed in your direction. You looked back and saw the crowds below you. You looked up and only saw a few scouts above you. With determination, you continued on the trail to become a life scout.
Most scouts will never forget when they receive the life badge, which is shaped like a heart. They often realize that they are only one step away from Eagle. Unfortunately, many scouts stop at this level and never proceed on. This may be due to the fact that the hardest part of the trail is still ahead. In addition to the responsibilities and requirements necessary to get this far, you now had your Eagle path standing in your path. Many scouts find the camping, cooking, and fellowshipping with other scouts fun and exciting. They even like earning merit badges, but it takes a real resolve and maturity to successfully complete an Eagle project. You must plan it, thinking through every detail and contingency. You have to present it to a board made up of adults that are not part of your troop. Then you must lead other scouts in the project and project fundraising. Afterwards, you have to spend a lot of time documenting what was done and how that helped the charity or community involved.
Becoming an Eagle Scout is a special part of scouting. Since its introduction in 1911, the Eagle Scout rank has been earned by about 2.5 million young men and women. About 4% of the National Scouting BSA membership successfully completes the climb. Troop 282 is proud to claim that our Eagle percentage is much higher than the national average. From 1958 to present, 284 Troop 282 scouts have achieved the rank of Eagle.
Troop 282 was established in 1958 and has had a tremendous propensity to create Eagle Scouts. Today, we are proud to add these young men to our Troop 282 Eagle's Nest. The title of Eagle Scout is held for life, thus giving rise to the phrase, once an Eagle, always an Eagle. As a troop, we are all very proud of each of you. Let's have a big how for these two scouts.
Thank you, gentlemen. We will now hear from some very special adults who have been with you on the trail to Eagle and were selected by you to give you your Eagle Charge. Vincent Chera's Eagle Charge will be delivered by his former den leader, Joe Watts. Joe has also served Troop 282 as an assistant scoutmaster, Bartle Camp Master, camping coordinator, and quartermaster.
So, Vincent, when I was looking through the pamphlet, it said you had 33 nights camping, and I thought to myself that had to be your first year. So, this weekend, 9 years ago, was your first camp out as a group, with all you guys went out to Shawnee Mission Park. So when I kind of added it up all in my head, with the Boundary Waters, all the Dirty 30 campouts, all the Clinton Lake, all these other ones, you're easily probably 60 or 70 nights camping. So it's a lot. And we just went again this weekend, so good stuff. So nobody says that the Eagle Trail is not very long. So you started about 9 years ago doing some stuff even really before you got into Cub Scouts. So it's been a long haul. A lot of day camps, a lot of other stuff. I've been honored to be a part of this with you the whole way. So, and I was a den leader of Vin's Cub Pack, but I had a really worthy assistant in Rich Chera. So I think we've done Scouts better than soccer. So, yeah. So Vincent, when I think about the Scout Oath and Law, two things kind of jumped out to me. Helpful. Your brothers may not say this, but you've always been very helpful. So, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind. Ben's always been very helpful. He's always quick to jump in, quick to help out with the other guys, the little guys, other scouts. And then courteous. You always say thank you. You always say please. You always ask for a ride before you get in my car. And you never need to ask for a ride. You always do. So those are the two that stand out to me. So all the paperwork is done. You made scouting yours. It is Boy Scouts, not adult scouting, so you kind of you walked your own trail. Paperwork is done. People expect more from you now because you're an Eagle Scout. You're going to have mistakes along the way. You'll have a lot of successes, but people are going to judge you on how you manage those mistakes and how you accept those successes as well. So always play it forward, embrace your new role, remember where you started, kind of be proud of where you've gotten to. There's a lot of people that are proud of you today, for sure, but more importantly, be proud of yourself. So I'm proud to be your friend.
Paolo Harris's Eagle Charge will be delivered by former 282 Committee Chair, Assistant Scoutmaster, Camping Coordinator, and most recently Eagle Coach Steve Clark. Scoutmaster Chera, who was also Paolo's den leader, will read Steve's charge as he is unable to be here today.
Paolo, you've changed so much since I first met you. How you've transformed. You have become very good or outstanding at everything you've put your mind towards. You've overcome barriers to achieve your goals. Becoming an Eagle Scout is just one accomplishment you have achieved. You are a strong student, a fit and active athlete, a musician, and a caring person who works with the developmentally disabled in your church ministry. I remember working with you on your physical fitness merit badge. We shared with each other which exercises we each didn't like or struggled to do. That seems like a long time ago now, doesn't it? I'm proud to know you, to be part of your life, and witness your growth. What is next? What more can you possibly do? You've documented what you want to do in your personal ambition statement, which is pretty ambitious. I have some suggestions, by the way. We all should be willing to seek feedback and improve. First, make time for what's important. Most of us are busy. Sometimes we are too busy. We are tired and have trouble keeping commitments. That is on each of us to manage. We control our schedules and priorities. You control your schedule. Be thoughtful about your time and schedule, and you will make time for the important things and still have time for rest and relaxation. Second, don't be too quick to turn the page and move on in an area where you feel you've met your accomplishments, or in areas where you have something to give. Sustain your presence. You may not realize it, but there are people counting on you for help. Or there may be people who gave to you who need you to give back to others now. Keep these commitments going. This might be someone at church, a younger or struggling cello player, a football player who could benefit from your sharing what you know, or a younger scout needing encouragement. To stay involved, you might have to push through some times where you feel pulled in other directions. Two people you know very well, Andrew and Ian Clark, had both those struggles. Both Andrew and Ian were active scouts, went through the program, followed the steps, enjoyed their time, but felt a pull from other things in life to move forward from scouting at about age 14. Then something changed. Maybe an adult asked a little bit more from them. Maybe they saw a need where they could help. Maybe their mom or I pushed them a little, but something changed. They wanted to give their time and advice. I saw something change in their hearts. I am glad they pushed through and sustained their presence. Andrew and Ian are glad they made the decisions too. I suspect you'll face some of the same struggles they did. I know you'll consider this carefully. Something staying involved is as easy as making time and showing up. Last, and related to all that I've said today, find it in your heart and schedule to give of yourself as a way of living. Having heard anyone say it is better to give than receive, how about those that give get far more back in return? What do you think about these ideas? I encourage you to give them some thought. Scouting sets a great example for all these points I share with you. Many people think scouting is all about leadership development, learning skills such as cooking, outdoor skills, and learning to be aware and respectful of our environment and others. It is all of that, but it's also learning to give. We have a great template for this that we can use anywhere in our lives. In scouting, we reserve regular time in our schedules, Monday nights. We have an idea of what we want to accomplish, a meeting agenda. We plan special events to achieve important goals, campouts, Bartle, High Adventure. We raise funds to help with our goals, Tree Lot and Wreaths, and we give back some of what we raise. We work as a group to accomplish goals, teaching others as we go. Sometimes we are giving to others and don't even realize it. We just like being together and working towards a common purpose. Paulo, think about your time in scouting and the structure it provided. Think about how to apply these important lessons in your life going forward. I'm so proud to know you and to recognize you as an Eagle Scout.
Scoutmaster Chera, please come forward and conduct the Eagle Pledge.
I got a lot to read. Okay. Vincent Chera and Paulo Harris, we are now ready to have you join the ranks of Eagle Scouts. Please rise, give us your attention, and raise the Scout sign and answer the following questions. I'll do it. No, I can't. Do you realize you will always be an Eagle Scout for as long as you live, and therefore have a responsibility to act in accordance with the Scout oath and laws? If so, please answer, I do. I do. Do you accept this responsibility and understanding that you will be an example for your fellow Scouts through truth and Family Program. I realize, as an Eagle Scout, my obligation to fellow Eagles. You guys repeat after me. I realize as an Eagle Scout. My obligation to fellow Eagles. My home, my country, and my God. I will do my best at all times. To help others. And to give back more to Scouting. Than it has given me. I promise to live my life. To the best of my ability. In accordance with the Scout Oath and Law. By the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America and as the Scoutmaster of Troop 282, it is my privilege and pleasure to announce that you, Vincent Chera, and you, Paulo Harris, are officially Eagle Scouts. Ladies and gentlemen, Scouts and Scouters, please join me in congratulating these new Eagles.
Would the parents please come forward and join their sons? As physical reminders of your accomplishments, the troop has some gifts for you. These include the following. First is your Eagle patch. This is worn on the left shirt pocket. You also get an Eagle badge. And parents with the Eagle badge, please pin this on your son. It is worn immediately above the left pocket flap. Yeah, above the left pocket flap. There's also a mother's pin, and when you're ready, Scouts, you can pin this on your mother's ribbon. There's also a father's pin, and please pin this on your father, and this is actually the first pin that a father receives in Scouting. There's also something called a mentor's pin, and this is for you to award to a special mentor, but at a later time. And finally, you each have earned an Eagle Palm. For every 5 merit badges earned beyond the merit badges required for the rank of Eagle, a Scout can earn an Eagle Palm. Boy Scouts of America allows new Eagle Scouts to receive palms at their Eagle Court of Honor for any additional merit badges earned before their Eagle Board of Review. Vincent Chera has earned a bronze palm, which will be shown by wearing a bronze palm on his Eagle badge. Paulo Harris has also earned a bronze palm, which will be shown by wearing a bronze palm on his Eagle badge. Lots of tedious pinning, I understand. Take your time, no rush. All right, next is the presentation of the Troop 282 Eagle Neckerchiefs. I asked David Anderson to come forward to tell us its history while we help present the new Eagle Scouts with their neckerchiefs.
I will remind you of the history of our. This was a tradition that was passed down to us from one of the founding members, one of the founding adults of our troop. When a scout crosses over to our troop, it was chosen to have the yellow neckerchief with the 282 emblem on it. And these vary. Some of the older scouts have the neckerchief that's just like mine. In order to signify the importance of becoming a Star Scout, it was decided to use the colors from that founding adult leaders troop in the Philadelphia area. His troop is one of the oldest troops in the United States and also one of the founding troops of the Order of the Arrow. So we used their tartan pattern, but we also wanted there to be a connection to the younger scouts in the troop and the duty they owed to them. So then we used the yellow border. Then I have an eagle neckerchief here in my hand. When they become an Eagle Scout, then we reverse these patterns. Once again, to signify the connection to the younger scouts in the troop and the duty and the service that they owe to them. And as you can see here, and it'll have their name on it as well as with the eagle emblem on it. This is what they'll receive. As always, these scouts owe a great deal of gratitude to the adult leaders and scouts that came before them, and now it's for them to pass that on to the younger scouts in the troop so that they have the same scouting experience that they did.
We have one final presentation to make. Scouts, please present your mother with a flower and give them a nice big hug. Mothers are often the unsung hero in their scouting life. They keep the schedules, drive the carpools, buy the gear, sew on the patches, and often much, much more. Thank you, moms. Now let's congratulate these Eagles one more time. Today we have heard comments from many people, including past and current leaders and adults who have been active in the Eagle Scouting careers. Now it is time we hear from our honored scouts themselves. Vincent Chera, please take the mic.
Scouting has taught me many things about myself. I've learned about the importance of responsibility, helping others, and leadership, and will continue to use that in the future. I joined Boy Scouts hoping to become a leader to my fellow scouts. As a young scout, I advanced quickly, filling out all my requirements, and becoming a leader to the people in the ranks below me. Now as a fifth-year scout, I'm a person younger scouts look up to. I plan to stay involved and continue to lead the younger scouts. From Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts, I've learned so much. I can apply the Scout oath and law in my everyday life, making me a better person. Also, I've learned how to improve myself, my relationships with others, and future skills I will use in my life as an adult. I will never forget all the memories I made and the people I met along the way. Scouting will always hold a special place in my heart. And then finally, I'd like to thank some people that helped me along the way. Ian Clark and McGuire Harden as Den Chiefs helping me advance. Mr. Clark with my Eagle project, Mr. Wegner helping coordinate it, and Mr. Watts helping me advanced all the way through and being there for me. And then finally, my parents and my family helping me with all the wreaths and all the donations and all that. Thank you.
All right, Paolo, you're up.
Okay. Thank you for coming today to celebrate my Eagle Scout achievement. In May 2017, as a Weeble Scout, I carried the American flag into this very room and posted the colors for Ian Clark's Eagle Scout Court of Honor. I told my dad that day that I'm going to be an Eagle Scout someday too. Here I am. I think back over scouting and remember campfires, the tree lot, Bartle, service hours, merit badges, and more. These things helped me grow up. I am so much more mature. I have patience for younger scouts, and I have learned to be determined. All of the little steps added up for me. Today, I enjoy serving others, mentoring younger people, and I like to keep myself mentally and physically fit. I know scouts had a lot to do with that. One thing I learned about myself is that scouting taught me how to learn about a lot of new things. I am not necessarily an expert at any of them, but I have become well-rounded and have curiosity to learn and experience new things. That's a great thing. For any scouts that are here today, I have some advice. Don't quit. All the little things you do will add up and will all be worth it at the end. I would like to say thank you to some people: Ian and Andrew Clark, Mr. Wegner, Mr. Jones, Mr. Chira, Mr. and Mrs. Miller, and most importantly, my mom and dad. In closing, I'd like to say that Scouts has taught me to keep growing, and that's what I plan to do.
Let's get one more how for these new Eagles. Color Guard, will you please return to the stage?
Chaplain's aide Teddy M. Huff, please give our benediction.
Please join me in prayer. Please refer to the benediction as printed in your program. I will read the bold and ask the audience to please pray with me the italic response in hopes that we will all strive to uphold the characteristics of an Eagle Scout in our everyday lives. The Scout is trustworthy. Please give us the guidance and insight to love and to trust one another, and help us be good Scouts and always worthy to do good turn daily. A Scout is loyal. May we keep in our minds families whose time we often sacrifice to make a difference in our communities. Please support them in our absence. The Scout is helpful. Give us the strength and to be helpful and not only to those who we can easily help, but also to others that are forgotten. The Scout is friendly. Let us be thankful for the friends we have, and let us be wise enough to know when to lean on our friends when we need help. The Scout is courteous. Please give us the patience and tolerance to work with others and to respect their points of view. A Scout is kind. Let us strive each day to treat each other kindly, treat others as we would like to be treated. Scout is obedient. Please let us never forget the important lesson that to be a great leader, one must be a great follower. A Scout is cheerful. Let us be cheerful for what you have given us, and let us appreciate each new day as a new opportunity to make a positive difference. A Scout is thrifty. Help us learn to save so we can share with others. Let us always be mindful of our environment and treat the earth in the correct manner. A Scout is brave. Please give us the courage to speak up for what is just and proper and the tenacity to make the world a better place in midst of trials and tribulations. A Scout is clean. Let us keep our minds, bodies physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. A Scout is reverent. For we in Scouty believe through the programs and volunteers in the Boy Scouts of America that we are doing your ministry. May the great Scoutmaster watch over us and protect us until we meet again. Amen.
Will everybody please rise? Color Guard, please retire the colors. Scout salute. This Eagle Court of Honor has concluded. Everyone is dismissed. 2.